How's everyone? Give me a second here, guys. Closing down some windows as we had difficulties this afternoon. Thought I had, hey, Kat. Hello, number one. It's going. How are you, Score Sniper? I'm happy to see you, Kat. I'm surprised to see you. I thought maybe you might be a bit on too much on the busy side. Understandably so. Bring up the desktop and see who we got hanging out with us. So, Dharma Bums Cafe. Bring your poem. Sorry. Maybe I'll start us off. Let's see. Sniper says, evening, Eric. Evening, Sniper. Hola. It is hola, right? Hola, hola. I don't know. I've never said it out loud. Guess his way to kick a girl when she's down. Who? Me? I would never kick you when you're down. I would never kick you when you're up. My only job is to lift you up, Cat. By lifting Cat up, we lift up the entire world. Oh, the party starts at 7. I'm always happy to see you. Sniper says, Cat, I made it happen. Right down the road. Well, thank you for being here. Hola. 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 Learn something new every day. Let's see, MK says, sorry, skip the ad by accident. That's okay. Not a problem. I'm just happy to have you here. Well, this is a surprise. It's a night of surprises, night of happy surprises. Hey, Jace, how you feeling?
Quite tired.
Skits wore you out, huh?
Yeah, he's very capable. I didn't realise, but he's got a great core, like an amazing core. Guy's in shape. MK, Billy Bob, Scribble, Cat Jack.
Hey, Billy Bob. Billy Bob, we haven't seen you for a bit. How you been?
Who else we got in here?
You say hi to Cat?
I certainly did. Cat and Jack, both the beauties, indeed, both of them. Hello to both. Anna, hiya.
Hey, Anna.
I've only popped in briefly.
You got a 3-day weekend, right?
Yeah, we're off Sunday.
Hey there, Zena. Hey, look at those ears. Hey. Oh, now I know what she's looking at. Which one's for you? Which one's for her?
And mine's in the metal tin. I like it out the shiny bowl. I like to leave the bowl nice and shiny.
I thought so.
This should be fun.
Hey, Mary.
Mary! Hey, sweet.
What is that about? 63 pounds of pasta right there?
No, I'm on a diet. It's only 62 pounds tonight.
Got you.
Obviously, I have the busy weekend coming up. I have the absolute honour and pleasure of announcing I'm going to be collaborating with the one, the only, Mr. Yogi! Hopefully.
Well, hopefully. I'm glad he's fit in that hopefully. I'm going to see how I feel. I'm still recovering from 200 reps with Reaper. It wasn't the reps. See, here's the thing.
I'll make you a deal. We'll just do 100.
Right. That's what I'm afraid of. Hey, Ronnie boy. When is this collab? I need to write it down. Now, there's a collab. Jason Runner Boy.
I've offered Runner Boy many, many times. I'd love to do a collab with Runner Boy. His sense of humour, I think, we can have some fun. Definitely. And I've started doing the weights. Don't forget. he could be an absolute godsend to me.
Yeah, he could.
I reckon he could help me out quite a bit. Obviously, form. He's a form master.
What do you think about getting getting into the squat rack, getting some weight on the back? Because I think he'd blow up.
I need to get my legs a little bit bigger. So yes, definitely squat racks.
Well,
Something I need to
your
start
whole
into.
body would get big from squats. If you, in a month of squatting,
Brilliant.
tutelage from Runner Boy, you'd put on. I bet you in a month you'd put on 10 pounds.
I'm more than interested. Runner boy, would you like to take me under your wing and be my mentor? I'd
Like a
really
mom,
appreciate. I'd appreciate that.
like the mama bird he's always wanted to be.
Yeah, baby. Mary, are you sweet? Hope you're good. Much love, much kindness. Right, I'm going to sit down, enjoy reading the chat, and
Hey,
slowly do Baba.
before you go, I don't think he saw it in your chat. Gilbert says he would love to have an Iceman theme song sung by Jace sometime.
Okay, I'll get working on that. I'll sort something out. I think the Christmas tree song went down quite well. He
I could
cuts
tell.
Christmas trees. He cuts Christmas trees. I did quite a bit of singing on my life. And Sissy, much love, much kindness.
Thank you, Jace. You know what? Thank you for everything.
Um, Thanks for having me. I can only say it's always a pleasure. Yes, Runner Boy, I've got Instagram. 9437, I think it is. It's Jason Harrington, easy to find. You'll see a picture of me. Unless you drop your Instagram, and I can quickly find you.
Hey, Runner Boy, if you get a chance, drop your Jace can look it up while you're hanging out.
Yep, I will do. Right, 4 minutes 46 seconds. As always, 5 minutes is my limit. Much love, much kindness. Namaste.
Namaste, my friend.
Cheers, brother.
Take care. The amazing Jace. Amazing Jace. Soul Source says breathe. Certainly. Hello, William Hart. How are you, my friend? All right. Anyone have any? Hey, Jonathan. Jonathan says, I was thinking about you today, my friend. Hey, buddy. How you doing up there? I'm doing good, Jonathan. How about you? Hey, I'm going to give a shout out to Mocha, who let me know today. She has got her degree. She finished college with straight A's this semester, and it was 6 classes, demanding schedule. Straight A's. Solskjaer says the words I needed to hear. What were the words, Solskjaer? It's an amazing premiere, by the way. I really enjoyed hanging out with you. Jonathan says, cool, buddy. I'm okay. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear. Thank you, Jace. Oh, squats. Squats is the word. I do squats every other day. I did squats every day for a very long time. I'm just back now to doing some weighted squats. My back is healed from almost a 2 year injury. Car accident. What was a car accident? Hey, Sebastian. There she is. Mocha's here. Says thank you. You're welcome, Mocha. So everyone gets very concerned when I say I hurt my back in a car accident. The thing is, it was a parked car. It was my car. It wasn't moving. I didn't get hit by another car. I was trying to get into my car door, with another car parked too close to it. It could have went around. But I decided to show off my yogic powers and ease my way through one joint, like water, fluid, flowing into the car. And I was working. I channeled my inner Pantanjali, my inner Bruce Lee. I was flowing like water until something popped in my back. And it literally took me almost 2 years Mocha says, good evening, Sebastian. Sebastian, it was nice seeing you all over the place today. Supporting people. Sebastian says, well, Yogi, you must be proud. Lots of hard work. I expect she did work hard. She did certainly work hard. Well deserved. I had no doubt. Duncan says, good evening. Hey, Duncan, thank you for your insightful questions that you asked. Was it yesterday afternoon? A big thank you to Kat for her insightful answers that she offered you. Hey, Adam. Adam, how you doing? Sweating and smiling together. Stephen says, congratulations, Master Sergeant Mocha. Retired. Hey, Vern. Vern says, Yogi, you have the most positive channel on YouTube. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you, Vern. Thank you for being part of it. It's much appreciated. You are the guys that make it positive. Every single one of you. You make it easy. Let's see. Duncan says, you had a couple of various curious years yesterday. I did. I had today, man, I had some amazing bluebird shots. Yesterday, I had an amazing owl. I don't often see owls on the ground. This one was on the ground hunting. It found something and then flew off. And of course, my cherished beavers. I'm on the search for the neighborhood bear, which was at up the street, as I told you yesterday. Been tracking it. There's at least 3 in the near vicinity right now. Man, imagine if I saw a bear, beaver, and an owl in the same day. The trifecta of um, animals. Kat says the owl was awesome. It was, wasn't it? It was absolutely awesome. And of course, the Blue Jays were for you, Kat. They're posing. They're literally sitting there. Jay says, got you running, boy. Man, Jace, running boy could back me up on this. If you were a month, worth of squatting, way down the back. Man, I just keep thinking about how big you got just doing body weight, how much bigger you're getting now doing some dumbbell stuff. Duncan says, Jace. Yeah, deer are almost, not quite, almost a daily occurrence. But you never get tired of seeing them. They're just beautiful. Duncan says, thanks, Squirrel, and everyone else. Oh, hey, thank you, Mocha. Send a party hat for 20 joules. If you wanted to, Mocha, you could send some something I never thought I'd say. You could send some happy poop. Shirley says he's perfect right now. I agree. But I know he has goals. I know one of those goals is to be a little bit bigger. Let's see. Shirley, how are you, my friend? Sebastian says, when Galileo first observed the planets, Jupiter, etc., 1610, I'd love to see the apparatus he had at his disposal. I wonder if there is a replica. I bet you could find something, Sebastian. Jay sends some love to Shirley. Duncan says, another question on forgiveness. I saw a parent say on the news the child had been murdered and they would never forgive the killer. What happens then if they feel they can never forgive? Say it's a thorny question, and I hear that often. And I love trying to address it. I did a little video about that. And the level, we got to see things, the level of form, the level of body to body. And when something, hey, Lucy, when something horrendous, and it is truly horrendous, we never make light. I never want to tell someone that we, even if it's a cosmic truth, that we are not bodies, that we are divine essence. It's not helpful. When someone's heart is broken, when they're suffering, they don't need to know that. Not right now. So, on the level of form, something important, something cherished was taken from them. And it hurts. But on the level of the formless, on the level of love, which is shared, we see the innocence that lies in all of us. We see the universal light. We see what Mother Teresa said about the face of Jesus and all of his distressing disguises, the face of Christ. We could just as easily, hey, Dagmar, we could just as easily say the face of Krishna if we wanted to. So we look deeper and we realize that without forgiveness, we are left with the tragedy alone. So even if you're not Christian, hey, Joshua, thank you so much. Joshua is back to basic support. I appreciate that. Jesus is a perfect example of forgiveness, even if we're not Christian. And from the cross, he didn't say, forgive them, Father, for what they did to me. Forgive them for the pain that they caused me. Forgive them for the anguish. He didn't recognize any of that. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. The essence of Namaste. Hey, CBM. The divinity, the light within me recognizes and salutes the divinity of the light within you. So, on the level of form, forgiveness doesn't take place. We might be able to reach an impasse of, I'll let this slide or whatever if it's not that hurtful. But on that level of spirit, we recognize only divinity. We forgive the way God forgives. God recognizing, not recognizing any hurt, any harm, any guilt, any grievance, any resentment. Perfect love can't recognize anything that is not perfect love. Otherwise, it would be recognizing an imperfection, of which there is none on that level. So we forgive from the heart on the level of God, on the level of light, on the level of love. On the level of form, sometimes all we can do is manage the best that we can. Fern says, what's up, Sebastian? Thanks for helping me find Yogi's channel again, bro. I didn't know you were lost, Fern. I wondered about you. You were doing some breath work with us on a regular basis. Dagmar, how are you? You got any festivals coming up, Dagmar? There it is. Mocha sends the happy poop. There you go. Jay Spicy said, grief is a controlling energy in that situation. When love can equal that energy, then forgiveness is possible. Someone likes the happy poop. Lucy's laughing. Sent clapping seal for 250. Wow. Thank you. I like the clapping seal, although I keep missing all of them. What just sends Mocha some love. So again, we literally say, I don't know how to forgive. But God does. And we turn everything over to the Holy Spirit. How that works out, I don't know. It's a mystery, but you let the mystery happen. When you surrender, you don't say, I surrender and I want this to happen. That's not really surrendering. Sebastian says, Vern, I always remember Jace saying, welcome to a real community. I know what he means now. Let's see. Lucas says, thank you, Jace. Sniper says, it was either a happy poop or a high five. So you knew it was going to, Sniper knew it was going to be the poop. Vern says, yeah, I get lost sometimes. I'm scatterbrained, stressed out, depressed, but I'm still breathing. I still have time to make this right. Hey, Vern, what if it was already right? What if it was already right now? Why do you keep missing the seals? And you just need to see it. Thank you, Joshua. We get some love from Joshua. Joshua was putting in some work this morning. He was putting in a workout. Dagmar says, yes, within 2 weeks, we're going to Extreme Outdoor the whole weekend. And I definitely will go live over there. I do it every year. Awesome. I always enjoyed your live festival live streams, Dagmar. What's going on for the weekend, Joshua? I didn't realize actually it was Memorial Day weekend. Here's the announcement we've been waiting for, guys. This is the amazing, energetic Joshua. Michael Burkeen said hi. Hey, Michael. Well, Joshua, thank you so much. Let me get in a personal thank you. You truly are amazing, Joshua, my friend. Lisa says hello to Joshua with some unicorn vibes. Michael says, stay there, Lucy. Sniper says, send some love to Joshua. Joshua says, Squirrel Sniper, sorry I missed your last live stream. Michael says, I hope you're doing well. I am, Michael. How about you? Bert says, love the energy, Josh. Yeah, Josh is amazing. Says, stop missing a Captain Seals. I keep looking. I'm doing my best. What's going to happen? My eyes are going to split. Michael says, hey there, Anna. I need a bell. They need to put a bell around that clapping seal. You know, honestly, sound effects would be helpful. Joshua says, Vern, thank you. So Vern, if you hang out, we could do some breath work tonight if you want. Never think it's too late. Joshua says he sent free clapping. Yep. There you go. I got it. From the Master Sergeant Mocha. I caught the seal. Finally. Vern says you're welcome, bro. So hey, big shout out to Skits. Stepping out and putting in the work with Jace. Tell you what, it's not easy. Jace makes it look easy, but it isn't. And especially, you know, it's taken a bit for Skits to build up the confidence to go live. And that part, Jace does make it easy. Mocha says you could go wild odd like Toby. Toby was the possible skipper key. Possibly, there's another seal. Possibly part bat. Possibly part Wolverine. Maybe some other species that have yet to be discovered thrown in. But he was all Toby. Amazing little dog. Jason Skits is a natural. Sebastian or Joshua says so to Shirley. Especially since Skits is cool. He's showed nice charisma too. Yeah, when he was getting into his dance, um, Shirley says Skits did well. Shirley says Josh Deere. Oops, I gotta take my supplement in a minute. Svegmar says I see a crown next to my name in chat. Never saw that before. Yeah, it's new. It's not on every channel. I don't know how I got selected, why I got selected, but it's here. The more you engage, the more you can rise to number one. And you can engage with like super chats, you can engage with the jewels, you can engage with comments. Um, so, part Wombat. You know what? I was going to say Wombat, but I didn't want to set everyone on high alert. I knew Sniper, as soon as he heard Wombat, uh, would spring into action, poised, ready to strike. So I was a little fearful. Always nearby. This is Toby. No idea what he was chewing on because he would chew on anything at all. Amazing little puppy. Duncan says, "Did you see the video about Robotics' wife?" No, I didn't. I haven't seen Rob in a while. She is in stage 4. There's a new treatment in Germany, which the experts believe will improve her. It is 40K. He set up a GoFundMe page. Thank you. I will check him out, and I will definitely help out. Well, raised nearly 28K to date. Amazing. Mocha says, "Gotta go eat. See y'all later. Thanks for the seals. Thanks for the poop." 23 years. First time I've ever said, "Thanks for the seals. Thanks for the poop." Lucy says, "Hi, Dagmar. Dagmar. Sorry." Um, Joshua says, "Guys, it's dinner time already. Sorry, I just joined. That's okay, Joshua. What's for dinner tonight?" Mocha said, "Especially if it wasn't food." Yeah, he would chew on my kettlebells. Happily so. Thank you, Duncan. This is a GoFundMe for a good friend of the channel. I've been following Rob for about 2 years. He's one of the most innovative trainers out there. His wife has stage 4 cancer. This is for a life-saving cancer treatment. I have a book, uh, Christmas Before Last, written by Rob. Very good book. It's actually on it's a mystical tale. Thank you, Duncan. I will be there. Hey, Sue. Shirley says, "If you're still here in half an hour, I'll see you all again." Jason's going to be asleep soon. I should still be here in half an hour. Hey, Skits, we were talking about you. Everyone was talking about what an awesome job you did. Skits says, "Good evening, Yogi and chat. Hope you're all having a wonderful Friday." You too, Skits. You guys have it's a long weekend for us too. Michael says, "Hey there, Sue." Skits says, "Hey, Sebastian." Sue, Lucy, Jace, Bro Legend. Sebastian says, "Hey to Sue." Hey, Sue. We have a bear wandering in my neighborhood, and I've been out every chance I can get trying to find it. No luck. Oh well, I saw the Blue Angels when I was a kid, or in the area this weekend. I was able to get a video of them practicing, even though it was far off. Awesome. Are you gonna go see them? Mary sends some love to Skits. Dagmar says, I also have to go to sleep. It's almost midnight for me. Have a great stream, Eric. Thank you, Dagmar. I really appreciate you stopping in. Thank you for ending the live stream, your live stream portion at number 2. Gotcha says, I eat now. Enjoy your meal. Dagmar says, take care, everyone in the chat. Jace says, Dagmar, take care. She says, won't be going to see them. I'm glad you were able to catch a shot, though. Dagmar says, Jace, have a good night as well. Skit says, thanks, Eric, brother. Jace did most work. My weights were late. Says, hi, Joshua. Congratulations to your brother. How's it going? Says, hi to Mary. Michael says, so if your name is Yogi, then that must make the bear boo boo? You would think that would give me an edge getting the bear, right? Joshua says, thanks, Yogi. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you for everything. You're an awesome, awesome friend. Josh says, great stream as always, Yogi. Thank you, Vern. Appreciate it. Mary says, hey, Vern. Sorry, guys. Got to pay some attention to my cat. So if anyone would like some kind of breath work this evening, you can come up with something. Give me a second, guys. Joshua says, eating now, but I spilled some marinara sauce on my left foot. Joshua says, thanks for the compliment. Thank you, my friend. Michael says, apologies for the bad pun. Not a problem. Some might say, some people don't appreciate puns. I am someone that I do appreciate puns. So there's no such thing as a bad pun as far as I'm concerned. Michael says, sure, I could use some breath work. I had tech issues today during the podcast. I know you worked it out, though. Ooh, Joshua dropped some sauce on his phone. That's not good. Mary says, I'm going back to work, so I will see you soon. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mary. Thank you for everything. She says, I know you be careful out there with that bear around. Yeah, definitely careful. Definitely curious. Joshua will be back. All right, give me 1 second. Let's pick a good breath. Thank you, Jace. Jace said, the bear could care, you know? The bear could care. I think the bear does care. They're young, not real big. Vern is laughing. They are young. What happens is we don't have a viable bear population in this county, but in one county away, we do. So about 45 minutes, maybe 45 minutes to an hour. There's sustainable bear population. You can see them fairly often. The bear who cared about mushy peas. I suspect a bear would like mushy peas very much. Michael says, but if you do, don't carry a picnic basket with you. That's the way to get him. Yep, there you go. Vern got it right. The bear is just looking for a picnic basket. Hey, Tropical says, all those beautiful birds in your yard. They're within about a mile radius of my house. The last blue jay was right in my backyard. That kingbird that I posted was about less than a quarter mile. I have a beautiful pond with 2 beavers, maybe more, and maybe a bear wandering around. Less than a quarter mile from my house. All kinds of birds: ospreys, hawks, eagles. Lots of woodpeckers, but it's been a little bit. I hear them, but it's been a little bit since I've seen one. Oddly enough, I see them more often in the fall and winter. She says, love those beavers. Me too. Great shot of an owl yesterday. Couldn't wait to share it. It says, Yogi loves the beaver. I got to be careful how I answer that. Michael says, hey there, Skits. Jace, thank you so much. Vern says, yes, Michael, missed my childhood too. Road says, that's cool. I have tons, never thought to record them. Love your post. Thank you so much. I love filming all of nature, and it lets me off the hook. Nature does all the work. The key that I've discovered from over a little while doing the nature videography is be patient. Even filming a squirrel. Like, look at Sue. Sue knows the secret. The squirrel's going to do something amazing just by being a squirrel. All you got to do is put the camera on the squirrel and wait. Michael says, it's going great. Thanks for asking. We got some unicorn vibes from Lucy. Thank you, Lucy. Lucy, you going live this weekend at all? She says, you've done great videos. Thank you, Sue. You've been a big inspiration for me, Sue. I cannot, Eric Lapointe said the same thing once. I cannot look at a squirrel, an airplane, the sky, anything in the sky, of course, vultures, without thinking of just one Sue. It's funny how, so you have ingrained that in my mind. See vultures in the sky, I think just one Sue. Okay, says, Skits 11, Skits, you legend, you never fail. Michael says, I may start doing nature walks when it cools down. I can't handle this heat. Yeah, it's been in the 90s for you, right? Skid says, nature walks would be awesome, Michael. Skid says, smile for Jace Pro. It's beaver fever. Lucy might do a pop-up with friends, just reconnected with Haggis, reconnected with I Forgiven. Nice. I'm not familiar with Haggis, but always enjoy your live streams. Saying hi to my cat. Michael might do a random live stream sometime in the morning. I would ask you when, but then it wouldn't be random now, would it? Michael says, yeah, it's been so hot. I sweat. Sweat has been sweating. That's pretty hot. Jace says meow. Hey, Sniper, are you still here? Are you still hanging out? Lucy says he's a friend of mine from a while back that turned against me along with all my other old friends in that group. I'm sorry for that, Lucy. Are the cats vegan? Nope. I am the only vegan in the household. So my quest as a vegan is not to turn anyone else to vegan. My quest as a vegan is to live a quietly kind life. So if I were to insist that everyone else live a quietly kind life, would I be very quiet about it and would I be very kind about it? It would be the opposite of what I want to do. It's funny. I think it was over at Stardashians. We were taught. I was talking about being a vegan. Thank you, Jace. Tuna for kitties. Hey, hold on. You got something to say? Yep. You gonna say thank you? Say thank you, Jace. You can do it. She is thankful. She didn't say it, but she is thankful. So as you might know, I have two black cats. One, the black cat, and the other is the other black cat. Or upstairs black cat, downstairs black cat. That will actually go to cat food of their choice. Jay said, I heard that one. I heard that. She said, go shopping, Dad. Is that what you said? I think she did say it. I think she did say that. Let's see. Sniper's by the bonfire. I was going to see if you wanted to read your poem tonight, but if you're kicking back at the fire, First says, yes, sir, Sniper. Hey, let's mod up our friend Vern. Lucy says, I forgave them all. That's the way to do it, Lucy. Sets your heart free. Our friend Duncan Walsh always has such insightful questions on the nature of forgiveness. On almost everything brings these really great, even my training. Lucy says, I'm doing a free yes or no Terror stream Monday night. I have that scheduled. What time? Feel free to drop the link. Jay says, a poem read by the fire. Now that would be something. It would. Yep, we can do it whenever you want, Sniper. 100%. If you send me a reminder, I will even bill it as a Scroll Sniper Premier. It would be an honor. Sniper is very gifted wordsmith. Speaking of wordsmith, Wordsworth. Your poems remind me of Wordsworth. Vern says, you don't have to mod me, Yogi. You have enough mods. FO safe, but thank you, sir. Yep, the mods just make it easier if there's anyone you want to connect with. No need to think of it as like you got to do something. But if there's a channel that you really want to connect with, it's just easier for you. You know, if you want to subscribe to someone, Pepper says Jason's a big fire. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Each and every one of you. So, Vern, I'm really glad that you're back. Jay says, "I'll be that. I will be here for that 100." Lucy says, "That one lady we talked about is not sorry, being very manipulative. Only until she gets over that. I'm also doing Tara only then I'll forgive her. I can't forgive someone when they currently wish me harm. I would leave all doors of communication open, and as I mentioned, we can only offer our own interpretation, but everyone has their own interpretation. Everyone is a hero of their own story. I keep that in mind. Thank you for dropping your link, Lucy. I keep that in mind for myself all the time. Uh, I love being the hero of my story, um, especially when I get to, conquer the villain, whoever that villain might be. And there's always someone willing to step up, except for the fact that every villain, hey, Rebecca, happens to be the hero of their own story. The important thing for me to remember, just me, I I do not like I don't insist my cats to be vegan. I don't insist anyone believe what I believe or do what I do. All I do is offer people the things that have brought me a great deal of peace in a troubled life. Um, couldn't trade that for anything. Recognizing that it's all a story. My story, someone else's story, a story within a story that I have superimposed beliefs, concepts, projections uh, upon an inherently empty world. I use an example of a tree that if a lumberman walks by a tree, he sees commerce, sees a profit. If a builder walks by a tree, he sees lumber, space, get the tree out of the way, let's build something. If a forest ranger walks by a tree, he sees something to protect. Um, a poet walks by a tree, he sees a poem in the making. All of it's a story, although, in my opinion, the poet is the closest. Poet using words to describe the indescribable. Burns says, like I said, Yogi, your channel stands out. What you do here is what the world needs. Thank you. You know, I have a tendency to push back on a comment like that, saying, um, I'm just a little old channel talking to friends. But when I think about what you said, Vern, talking to friends and accepting every friend for whatever they bring, regardless if they have a different belief, a different political view, a different philosophy, you're absolutely right. Just a little place where you can leave all that behind, however long you wish to stay. Because you know what, uh, Vern, if you came in here totally opposite uh, philosophical, religious, political belief, um, and you came in here and you and I just had a not a debate, just doing what we're doing now. I wouldn't when you left, I wouldn't see, well, there's Vern. He's this, this, and this, and this. When you left, I would say, there goes my good friend Vern. Hope he comes back soon. The truth is, no one's a Democrat, no one's a Republican, no one's a Protestant, no one's a Jew. There's a labels, and no one's a label. I think it was Pascal, but Pascal is my go by um, philosopher. I told this to Kat. When I don't know who it is, then I say Pascal. Um, once you label me, you negate me. Jay says dogs never walk past those trees. This is true. And dogs don't have to give a story. Anthony de Mello, the great Jesuit priest, East Indian born, yogic raised, but he became a Jesuit priest, tells a story. Lucy says until she gets over her being jealous and apologize with a legitimate apology, then I want to block her and forgive her. She's going to stay blocked until she does. Those are my conditions. I guess we might never know. Because if everyone's blocked and everyone's in, then no one ever knows when that little door might be open. But again, in true forgiveness, no conditions are laid down. It's open. I forgive you because I'm willing to see past the story of you. I'm willing to see deeper. I'm willing to see the innocence that whatever it was that made you hurt so much, I see and I recognize. And I love you for it. I love you for being so hurt that you knew no other way to reach out, to ask for help. Every single attack is either a plea for help or a cry for healing. If someone comes to me for help or healing, I'm going to do what I can to either help or to heal, or at the very least, cause no harm. Bert says, I'm agnostic. I guess he's going to speak me out of his mouth, but I'm trying. You know what, Vern? Here's my wish for you. Happiness. Doesn't matter, agnostic, atheist, religious. Make your religion happiness. True happiness. Not a happiness based upon any condition, but a happiness and joyfulness that resides deep within you no matter what happens in your life. Oh, she's got your email. Gotcha. Thanks, Lucy. Michael says, I have some excited news, Yogi. Good friend of mine, Nick, of whom I interviewed, is going to cover a real life story of mine that happened to me when I was still forest exploring. Wow. That's awesome, Michael. Michael, big things are happening to you. And you know why big things are happening to you? Because you put in the work. So Anthony DeMello tells a story. You guys remember Anthony DeMello? Let's see. Monkey Crab says, you're very true, Eric. Thank you, Monkey Crab. Tells a story of a young boy looking into the sky and seeing a magical winged creature soaring through the air, playing on the breeze, riding the currents, slight flap of the wing, being able to change directions. Never got tired of looking at that magical creature. One day, a well-meaning adult came by, looked in the air with the boy, and said, oh, it's a sparrow, and walked away. From then on, that young boy never saw magic. He saw a sparrow. That's what happens in life. We lose that magic. I was gifted with a few things that brought me back to magic through my life. One of whom I've shared, and I have a fellow 6 foot tall, talking imaginary rabbit friend, cat, to keep me company. Harvey, just a magical movie. And then I stumbled upon Carlos Castaneda books. Then I had some own mystical experiences in the woods. Michael says, oh, Sniper says, always aim to raise that frequency. Yes. So for me, living a life of continuous 24/7 forgiveness and kindness is my religious path, is my spirituality. Well, Monkey Crab says, here, I got 1,000 views on my new video. Hey, that's awesome. I actually watched it several times. Good stuff, Monkey Crab. Well done, my friend. Michael says, yep. Plus, after today, I'm only 60 subs away from reaching 700. Never saw that coming. You're going to be in the 1K club soon, Michael. Congrats, Monkey Crab. That's good. It is good. So yeah, we could debate religion. We could debate atheism versus or materialism versus spiritualism versus whatever. Jay says, let the love within becomes light for others. And that too is how we forgive. The light, the love within me looks for, recognizes, and forgives the light within you. Honestly, the light itself doesn't need forgiveness. We just need to find it. So forgiveness is really looking past the perceived error, the mistake that someone made. If you really think about it, and you see someone making a mistake, even if they don't know they made a mistake, you punish someone for a mistake. If you look for that inner child that's within all of us, you remember that hurt, wounded child when you were punished for something? You were just innocently playing and maybe knocked something over. You got yelled at just for being a kid. That stays with you. That kid is within every single one of us. Find it. Find that kid within the person that hurt you. Look deep. Find that innocence. The nature of Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Everything changes. You set yourself free. Magic starts to happen because now you've diverted your energy that you were invested in a grievance or a resentment. And where does that energy go? As Sniper said, you're raising the frequency. Now you're creative. Now you're seeing things in a way you've never seen before. Now things are coming to you that never would have when you're at that lower frequency. If you ever get a chance to read David Hawkins' book, Power versus Force, thoughts are amazing things. And resentment, no matter if you feel it's justified or not, is a low frequency and it keeps you on a lower vibrational place. You don't want to be there because you could be somewhere else. Who knows where? Man, be curious. Don't you want to know where you would be? Lucy says, I can forgive, but not going to be walked all over if they currently have bad intentions. But the thing is, when you forgive, you set people free, including yourself. So you're impervious to what anyone else does. Michael says, in fact, I just became your 37th. To Monkey Man, I hope I just can get more subs. You will, Monkey Man. Man, Jace, that was absolutely beautiful, my friend. So, yeah, really, when you forgive, it's never, never, never about the other person. You set them free. Let them go on with their life. Really, in the big picture, in the end, when we forgive, we're unaffected by what other people do. I often hear that from people. Uh, people say, how did you forgive this person or whatever? And again, the truth is, I don't. I turn it all over. Jace is off to sleep. Namaste to you, my friend. Jace, thank you so much. You know what? I always enjoy your 3-day weekends because that means we get an extra day to hang out with you. Lucy says, I agree to disagree with you, Eric. That's fine, but know that you do yourself a great, great disservice. It's never about me. Uh, I only offered things that brought me from a life of heavy drinking, of my own grievances, of self-destructive behavior, harmful tendencies against myself, um, being miserable. And everything changed in an instant, literally in an instant. Um, and even though other things, life still happens, but When you learn to let it go, and you let it go, and you let it go, again, you're freeing energy. You'll be surprised. I know people who are on this certain level of creativity, and it's pretty awesome. But when they start to let go of all that stuck energy, and resentment is a stuck energy, it soars. And they're like, why didn't I know this secret? And it's because you didn't know. And when you don't know, you don't know. But once you do know, all I can say is give it a try. What do you have to lose? Regardless, Lucy, you are my friend, full support. Whatever you do, my friend, full support. I talk about it again because of what it brought me. Because hey, I'm just a yogi, so I talk about that kind of stuff. Let's see, we made our hour. Lucy says, "Of course, it's okay to disagree. Absolutely, you're right. Especially especially with someone who I consider a very good friend." Michael says, "Just planting some tomatoes and peppers. Awesome. May your tomatoes and peppers flourish, Michael." We're going to sign off in just a few minutes. Lucy says, "Me too. You're a good friend. Thank you, Lucy." Monkey Crab says, "Very true, Lucy." Vern says, "Bless the tomatoes and peppers." Absolutely. May they have more baby peppers and tomatoes. Um, let's see. My cat really wants me to go shopping now that she knows that Jace gave them some food money. It says, "Hi, Monkey Crab. I'm okay, thanks. How are you? How's the music percolating, Skits?" We're gonna wrap things up in just a minute, guys. I'll get to bed a little bit early. I'm overdue for at least an extra half an hour of sleep. Bird says baby peppers are hot. I used to really like hot food way back. Monkey Crab says very good. Just trying to get more subscribers. Where are you now? So here's what we need to do, Monkey Crab. Every single live stream, every single one, drop your link and say, "Hey guys, could you help me out?" By the way, you're at 38 now, as I just happen to have an extra one laying around. Yeah, every single live stream. Monkey Crab says, "Hey Eric, before you leave, can we do some breathing exercises?" Yes. You guys remember how to make that ha sound? We breathe in with a ha, like we're snoring. Exhale through the nose with a ha. You hear me okay? Reason why we do this, because it helps us elongate the breath. Meaning, if we breathe in for 4, without that, it becomes a little harder. We're sucking in air. But if we make that little constriction of the throat, that little snoring sound, we're able to stretch the breath out. I can easily do an exhalation for 16 seconds or more when I'm doing regulated breath work just by using that breath. Takes a little bit of training. It also tones the vagal nerve. The vagal nerve is one of the largest nerves in the body, and it's the nerve that brings us back from that fight or flight, that agitated, reactive state that we need to be in sometimes, but we don't need to stay there. But we're stuck. If you take a level of 1 being asleep and 10 where you're swinging, your fists are flying, you're yelling, you're flipping people off, you're in a rage, we're generally stuck at about 7. We wake up at about 3 or 4. We watch the news, we get up to about 4 or 5. We drive, we're at a little 6. Our boss yells at us, we're at a little 7. And then we're right about that. Right about that. We don't want to be there all the time. We want to cruise around at a 4 or 5. And when we need to, we can shoot up to an 8, and then we can come right back down. That's what breath work does. Burns has I need a shot. No, we just need to do some breath work. So when we use that breath, that ha sound, it tones the vagal nerve, makes it easier to come back. We're also going to elongate the exhalation. Whenever you need to calm, breathe out longer than you breathe in. So what we're going to do is breathe in through the nose for a count of 4. We're going to hold the breath for 1. We're going to exhale through the nose for 6. We're going to hold the out breath for a count of 4. If it sounds complicated, I'm going to guide you through it. All you guys got to do is close your eyes and breathe. So with that, whoever wants to participate, if you close your eyes, Skip says he hasn't focused on any music. Thanks for asking. You're welcome, Skits. You have a good weekend too. So, for those who are participating, if you close your eyes, you're welcome, Monkey Crab. Close your eyes. Bring a soft, gentle focus to the breath right at the tip of the nose. Feel the breath arrive completely on its own. Feel the breath leave completely on its own. Breathing in, breathing out. We're going to breathe in for a count of 4 with that ha sound through the nose. Hold for a count of 1. Exhale gently through the nose. Releasing air as if you're releasing air from a balloon for a count of 6. And then we hold the breath for a count of 4. Then we breathe in again. I'm going to guide you through the whole thing, nice and relaxed. Let's take a breath in for 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Last breath for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold. 2, 3, 4, and relax. Relax. Sit in that space. Stillness and silence presented by that slow, easy, natural release of the breath. When you're ready, open your eyes. I'll see you in the chat. Our friend Nathan is here. Says 40 now, monkey crab. I knew Nathan would come through. Sneaking in. Bern says this life is a bittersweet symphony. Good song. But thank you, Yogi, for helping us find the sweetness. Thank you, Vern. Monkey crab says thank you, Nathan. Thank you, Nathan. Monkey crab says this is very calm. It's a wonderful breath. We got some unicorn vibes. Thank you, Lucy. All right. I'm going to go to bed. Skit says, thank you, Eric. Namaste, everyone. Namaste to you, Skits. Thank you so much. Excellent workout, Skits. It was great seeing you. It always is. Monkey Crab says, thank you, Eric. Thank you, Monkey Crab. All right. I will see everyone if you're around. We'll be back tomorrow. 3 times. Lucy says, good night, Yogi Eric. Good night, Lucy. Thank you so much. Always appreciate you hanging out with me. Guys, I love you. I'm going to see everyone tomorrow. Take care. Thank you, Vern. Separate says, the breath is the key to other realms. It is. It is. Monkey Crab says, good night, Eric. Good night, Monkey. Love you guys.